This is the Salomon Quest 4D Gore-Tex boot, and this is my completely honest review on this. What is this boot? This is a duty boot which is made for, I would guess, all-weather, year-round use in most types of terrain. It's a very general-purpose duty uniform boot, and it has Gore-Tex, so it's basically waterproof. And there is a lot of hype around this boot, and I will try to explain my experiences on this. I've had it since 2018 and I've been using it on and off. I would guess if you summarize it into daily use, it's been used something between 1 and 2 years. And so I have made a few experiences with it, and we'll get into it. First we're going to go through the pros of this boot and then the cons, what I don't like about it. But what I like about it first. This boot is super durable. As you can see, it doesn't look worn out at all, even though it's been daily used for a couple of years and I've had it since 2018. It looks almost as it did when it was new. Now I have been taking really good care of it, and it's been used mostly on the streets, not that much in the mountains, but still it's held up very nicely. And you can see on the underside there is still a lot of thread left on this, so there is plenty of life left in this boot. One of the obvious pros of this boot is that it's good looking. It looks acceptable as a boot, doesn't have any flashy logos or reflective parts or anything that would maybe cause problems if you're going to use this within some form of uniform policy. So that's always a good thing. This boot has very good ankle support. As you can see, I would say it's medium tall. It's not the tallest boot ever, but it's tall enough to support your ankle and really stiffen it up. Now I wouldn't see myself rolling my ankle in this boot, so if you need something with good ankle support and still quite good mobility, I think this is a good choice. There is also great protection in this boot. The toe part is very, very hard, and your toe will be quite well protected. Also the sides are pretty tough and stiff and thick, so I would say this boot offers good protection for your feet. In cold weather, this boot is, I would say, medium to high in warmth. It holds heat very well, and it's kind of breathable. It's Gore-Tex, so it's not super breathable, but I would classify this as a kind of warm boot, and I would use it for temperatures down to maybe -10 Celsius. Below that you would be using other boots anyways, but for general winter weather it would be a good choice. As I said, this boot has Gore-Tex, so it is waterproof. I've had no problems with water leaking into these. I have been stepping in a lot of water, and I would say the waterproofing is very good as long as the Gore-Tex kind of sock inside is intact, which it still is, and the waterproofing has been holding up perfectly for me. The soles are also very anti-slipping, I guess. I have worn a lot of other boots that have been slipping on snow and ice a lot more than this boot, and it holds up very well on slippery surfaces, not only on ice but also on smooth surfaces like concrete and metal. The sole also grabs very well in the terrain, and I would say this sole is a very good compromise between kind of between grip and durability, seeing as it has almost not worn down at all during my use of it. Now for some of the few things that I don't really like about this boot. The first thing is that it's very stiff. Now there's obviously a kind of a dilemma between having good ankle support and having good mobility. If you don't really need all the ankle support, if you're mostly using this on the streets or on, what should I say, predictable surfaces where you're not likely to roll your ankle, this will restrict your movement and you won't really run very fast in this boot because of that. So that is a con depending on how you look at it. These boots are also not very light. They are kind of heavy. I don't have the exact weight here, but you can look that up online. But these are not light boots at all. Considering the level of protection and support, I guess they're not relatively heavy, but these are still, as I said, not light boots, and they do not feel like running shoes compared to some other boots. So my conclusion on these boots is that they are very, very good if you need them. If you're only looking at these boots because you think they look cool, or that you have some kind of imagination that you need all this protection and ankle support and you really don't need it, this is not the boot for you. It is heavy and stiff and well protected, but it's also very durable and very comfortable. So it kind of depends on what you need it for. If you don't need all the protection and all the stiffness and the waterproofing, then you should maybe look at some lighter and lower alternatives. But absolutely, if this fits your requirements, then you will not regret buying this boot. If you like this video, please consider commenting, subscribing and liking. All that good stuff really helps out the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.